Hello guys, it's Monday. Time for bum time. I've got tea today instead of coffee. Like a variation. Sometimes coffee can be a bit heavy on the old stomach, and shall we say, the first coffee of the morning always works. Anyway, enough about my digestive situation. What's bum all about? Bench update Monday. That's what it's about. And it's a case of what has that lazy bastard John been up to for the week? Well, not an extremely busy week, John had, but I got my Operation Torch group build entry. Wait, completed. Watch me telegraph poles there. I am absolutely chuffed with how this came out. I really, really am. A big thank you must go out to Peter for the telegraph poles, because I think that made it. And even though, yeah, I was going to put a telegraph pole in there anyway, I don't think I'd have scratch built one as good as those, and I wouldn't have got the sizes and things right. So, Peter, wow, thank you. That it just came at a totally weird time, and it was absolutely perfect. This little universal carrier absolutely came out a treat. That was in. I had that in another dia. If you want to go back through my old videos, it's on my first attempt at a big one, and it's my very, very, very first video that I did, and I had that included in that dia. I can remember making the kit. It was a lovely, lovely kit to make. Actually, fell together as the Tamiya one, and I changed it slightly by adding just a couple of little bits and pieces. I got the paint off by using UMP airbrush cleaner, and just used the brush, slowly put it on. As it started to flake off, used cotton bud, and it got 80 to 90% of the paint off the outside, because I had mud effects and things like that on it as well. So eventually, with that, and use a bit of white spirit, I must admit, as well, to get rid of some of the mud, because they were held on with the pigment fixer type stuff, and it's base. It's not water based, so you know yourself. I had to kind of get that off without scraping, because I didn't want to scrape in case I'd lose any of the rivets and things. So that came off actually quite nice, and just basically repainted it and give it a sort of lease of life. And those figures actually came from the same dia. And the reason I'm breaking down that dia is it weighs about 3 stone, and I'm not joking you. It's a kind of a raised road thing, and the whole thing is made of wood. And it was long before I kind of learnt about the lighter materials and things. But you know, it's like I said, everything in this hobby is a learning curve, and I'm all learning still. Day by day I learn something new, and I could be in it for another 20, 30 years if I'm still alive, shall we say, and I'll still be learning something new every day. The SU100 for the DeCosta group build, that still, I've done absolutely nothing with this all week. So that's basically, as you saw it last week, haven't done a tap to it. Reason being, like I said, I'm waiting on a couple of bits and pieces to finalise the dia, and I don't know what I'm going to do until I get these bits and pieces and, you know, put things together. So I need what more I need to get for it. But there's plenty of time left anyway. There's some time, well, plenty of time for me anyway. The rate I built, so I have plenty of time to get that all finished and everything else. And I have a couple of nice figures and things for that too. Keep banging off the camera stand, I do apologise. As you know yourselves, if you've been keeping up with my channel, I've been working on the ZIL 131 from Ravel, the kit that Peter sent me on. I did an update video last night, and I did another few little bits after the video last night, and the few little bits I've left unpainted, just to show you the few little bits that I have done. Now you can see there's just a drive shaft up onto a pulley system at the top, at the front there of the truck. Right now, I might wrap some, wind some wire around that, and a hook and things like that. You'll see how it goes further, because I presume it comes out here between there's more to go on there, so it'll have a roller or something up there. If it does, what I'll do is I'll put either wire or a bit of cotton or something in there to replicate a bit of wire or something, just to fill up that to make it look if it's been used. Um, that's the wench female at the front of the truck. The rest of it went together absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Loads of little fiddly parts and loads more fiddly parts to do. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm into fiddly parts at the moment. Sometimes, you know yourself, you get into a thing where I just want to build, or I just want to paint. There's so many ideas in my mind. So therefore, you want a kit that'll just fall together without any problems, and then put all your inspiration into the finishing of it, and the painting and the weathering and things like that. And sometimes you're into the build side of it. So there's there's different kits for that. This is definitely a builder's kit. It's a lovely kit from Ravel. It's a level 5. So therefore it's at the top of their skill level from what they say. And yeah, it's awkward in parts, but enjoyable and a nice learning curve and something different for me in doing a truck. So all good, shall we say. So where are we now? New bits and pieces. I got another packet. Just got back from deals there in town. Yeah, my trip around the pound shops, because it wasn't all from deals. I got these, which are they're the Interdental Sticks from Wisdom. And it's not for cleaning my teeth after the chocolate. I use it for cleaning the tip of the airbrush. Once you pop out the off the nib, or the nozzle, whatever you want to call it, that tiny little one, and drop it into the cleaner. Where that goes, these fit in absolutely perfect. And each time I give my airbrush a clean, I give it a spray onto the thing, and crystal clear, everything looks absolutely spotless. And give a little rub into that little hole at the front of the airbrush where the nib goes, where the nozzle goes, and it always comes out with gunk on them. And all you have to do is just put it in, give it a little twist, pull it out, and there it is. Clean it off in the airbrush cleaner again, stick it back in 2 or 3 times, and it cleans that. So they're a great little yoke. I can't remember it was one of the American channels I was watching, one of the car guys, and he did a quick cleaning, I was saying, and he just showed basically the Interdental Sticks, and he said they're the same as these long brushes that you buy for cleaning your airbrush, which will get damaged over time. And these things, it's quid a pound for what? I mean, you can get 10 of them. You know, they're disposable, so they're great. Another thing I picked up, and I'm amazed at this. I'm amazed at the price of it. I spotted it, and I'm going to take a chance, shall we say. So I'm going to find an old kit something that's a mule, I think people call it, is something to give the thing a try out. And what I picked up were these. It's hue, 10 oil paints, 10 assorted colours, made the highest quality to give vibrance and brilliance to your art. Professional hand paints, adult use only, printed on the back. For 10 colours, a pound, well, €1.50, which works out at an English pound, because you buy them in pound shops in England. And 10 oil colours for a pound, considering that a tube, 12mm tube, that size, of even the cheaper ones, will cost you an average of £3 per tube. Yeah, I'm taking a chance. They're probably pure shite. Excuse my Irish for you, but they probably are. But for £1.50, I have to take a chance with them. I really do, because I'd be sickened. Well, I wouldn't be sickened, if you know what I mean. But like, if they work and they do the same job, like I'm going to use them for the the oil dot filtering. Now I've noticed when you do the oil dot filtering, you don't want most of the oil that's in it anyway. You want the pigment with a bit of oil behind it. So I'm wondering, I don't think that the quality of the oils would be so good. but also the quality of the pigments themselves mightn't be so good. So I'll give them a go. You never know, I might even do a video on giving these a go, because it's worth it. Like for £1.50 or for €1.50, which, you know, £1 sterling, if they work, then they work. And you know, Switcher will be sort of gone mental with his bargain counter with this one. You know, 10 oil paints for feck all. So we'll give them a go. Like, if they're rubbish, I've only wasted £1.50 and destroyed an old mule kit. And if they work, then I'm after saving myself 30-40 euro by buying the full set, if you know what I mean. If I went off and bought 10 oil colours, even if the cheap ones in those colours would cost me, the cheapest, like I said, say I get them for €3 a piece, that's 30 quid. That's 30 packets of this. Anyway, that's that. And I'll give them a go. We'll give it a lash, says you. So that's really about it for Bench Update Monday for this week. I'm a little bit under the weather at the moment. I've got a fucking abscess in my jaw, and I look like John Merrick. If anybody knows who John Merrick was, I am not an animal. John Hurt played him in the movie The Elephant Man. He suffered from elephantitis. So one side of my face is all sort of swollen and uncomfortable, shall we say. And which is weird, is I don't have a toothache with it. And I should have a toothache with all the chocolate I eat. And speaking of chocolate, this week's B.U.M chocolate is Galaxy Honeycomb Crisp. Okay? It's a nice bar of chocolate. Galaxy chocolate is nice. And it's honeycomb crisp. That's the chocolate of the week for this week. That's about it, guys. I've nothing more to say. We'll have further updates on the ZIL during the week. Yes, I have an Operation Torch group build announcement coming up this week. If you're thinking of entering, there's still plenty of time. There's still 2 months left. Just build a kit, you know. Anything to do with North Africa, to be German. Even though I've called it Operation Torch, it's anything in the North African theatre will do. Okay, anything at all. If it was in the North African desert during World War II, it's in. So that's kind of open-ended. I do apologise about the Facebook page for that. It's down to my my computer skills, which are crap, and my typing of the one finger things, and I didn't know how to. It's not properly set up or anything, if you know what I mean. Accessing it is hard for me, and I don't know. I presume it's just not seems to be working. Oops. Do better next time, shall we say. So anyway, stay tuned to the channel for future updates. Anyway, guys, like I said, there will be a video coming out any day this week about the Operation Torch group build, an announcement on that. And in the meantime, stay safe, be nice to each other, build kits, enjoy yourself, paint kits, anything to do with kits except just buy them, stick them in the corner and forget about them. Okay, buy a kit, build it and enjoy it. John Moore signing off, and don't forget, lads, like and subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have already, thank you very much. And don't forget to hit the like button or dislike button. It's up to you. Not telling you what to do, apart from stay tuned. Watch next Monday's B.U.M. Okay, lads, see ya.